Live from the Salisbury Center studios on the Wild Style Network, here's episode 18 of Until They Kick Us Out. Here are your hosts, Nikki and Simone.
Hi, I'm Nikki Fran.
And I'm Simone Reddington.
And we're coming to you from the awesome Wild Style studio at the Salisbury Center in our sweet little town of Manassas.
Until they kick us out.
Until they kick us out, which they kind of did
They're trying.
last time. Just FYI, we'll go ahead and cover this really quick.
Yeah.
Last time when we were live.
It was weird.
We had I believe some people were reporting the stream, and so
On Facebook.
cut it off, kicked us out. That's exactly. And so then people were speculating that we had edited the episode to have certain things not in it, but that was
Facebook dropped us.
absolutely not the case. You can still see it all on YouTube.
And another weird thing is all of our comments disappeared. Like from all the platforms,
like
our YouTube comments, only to a certain point, because
Yeah.
we specifically wanted to go back and find them. And
we couldn't get to them.
can't get to them.
But just FYI, nobody was trying to edit anything. Trust me, we put it
there's
out
plenty
there.
we would rather edit than that.
I'm 43 and I carry Labubu around. I don't care what people think, you know. Anyway, what you up
Is
to?
that Labubu's new outfit?
This was birthday outfit.
Yeah, is that the one Allie gave you?
No, I think I bought this one.
Oh.
She gave me
You
like
have multiple outfits.
Ma'am, I have like a little closet. My cousin was like, she goes, you should get a little like closet with like tiny hangers. And I showed her a picture and I was like, who do you think?
Already
I'm like,
have.
I have it. And so, yeah, but it's just a thing that I love. And
Yeah,
that's
they're
what I'm
fun.
doing. Yeah.
They're fun. Yeah, that was your I saw her at your birthday. The birthday party out at Sunshine Ridge, which is beautiful if you've ever been out there.
It's just the best. And I love that there's no kids. But I basically that I've been exhausted since before then because like that weekend, like Thursday night, I went out to, dinner drinks. Friday, we had a happy hour. Saturday, we're at Sunshine Ridge for my birthday. And Piper surprised.
She did. She surprised all of us.
And it was really cool because Mitch had been golfing all day and he showed up and he didn't know she was there. And his baby has been in college for 3 weeks. And then the next day, we had a pool party that Julie, Becky's sister, Courtney's aunt, hosted. And it was just like the best day, the best pool day. But Monday, I was telling Courtney, I'm just exhausted. This is 43. And then,
all of that partying.
Yeah.
All of that golfing on Saturday that we did at Sunshine. Why can't I say Sunshine? Sunshine Ridge.
Sunshine Ridge.
Yeah, we were hitting balls across the pond.
Yeah, I didn't know they had that there.
Discovered that I am terrible. I'm a terrible golfer. I have terrible form, terrible etiquette.
They have just like a tiny driving range thing that you could just one single and you hit across like this little part of the water and you're supposed to like break this thing. I don't know, but Courtney's getting into golf, so and Mitch had been golfing all day.
Yeah,
so it was very cute.
He was feeling the bug.
Yeah, I loved it. And then this weekend, last night was my 25th high school reunion, to which I did attend.
Of what high school?
Robinson Secondary. And I did not go to the 10-year. We didn't have a 20 because it was 2020. But it was very convoluted, this whole thing. Like this one girl I kind of knew was planning it, and then it kind of got hijacked, so to speak.
Somebody else came in.
Not really. I think that like the guy that owns the winery that we were having it at graduated with us, and so we went, Courtney and I went. I mean, there was probably a good 70 people there. I probably knew like 4 of them. I really didn't know that many people, but we had a wonderful time. It is a beautiful property. There is a bug right there. I wrote a few people that I actually still keep in contact with. But my friend Logan, I had not seen him in like 10 years. And I told him about it. And he's like anti-reunion guy. But as soon as I was like, this is happening, he was like, oh no, I don't think I want to go to that. And he was there. Like, of course he was there. But we had just the best time, like, recapping. Like, I mean, if you know me from back then, like you knew him. Like he was the boy version of me. And then, but I ran into a dear friend from like the 8th grade. I did not think she was going to be there. And it was just ended up being like really fun.
Isn't that nice?
It was so nice. I'm exhausted from all of this though. Nobody wants to hear anybody say they're tired, but I'm really freaking tired. But here we are, here with you. Take it away, Simone.
I have fun news.
Let's hear.
I have been accepted into the inaugural class of Manassas City Police Department's Citizen Police Academy.
I love it.
Woo!
I'm so jealous. I'm going to do it the next time.
I have been. It has been made abundantly clear to me, everybody. There, multiple people have told me I am not getting a weapon. I'm not getting access to a weapon. I'm not going to be allowed to touch a
right
weapon.
here. There's the weapon. You don't need it. Jesus.
But I'll get a patch.
Oh.
I'll buy a whole new freaking jacket just for that patch.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like a slim blazer. I was a police explorer in high school. Do you know what that is?
Is that's like where it's kind of the program where you hook up with, there's a cop that comes in your school and you do.
No, this was like, we went to them. It was, it was in Fairfax County, and it was basically where it was a lot of volunteer
No,
stuff.
I don't know anything about
We
it.
went once a month. Me and all these other, most of them were going into law enforcement. I just like to see like the crime scene photos, and like I like to know about justice. But we would go once a month, and we had uniforms. Like we wore like full. I had the belt. I had the belt, you know.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a junior high school like officer situation, and I did that for like 3 or 4 years, and I loved it.
I think that's so exciting. I'm thrilled about this program. I don't know what it means. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but we are going to be there. And I know that Stephen Kent got accepted.
Oh, I love that.
Joe Ortiz, Ray Brady. I'm missing. Oh, Michelle Hudson. Like I've already told Michelle Hudson, because in my vision, it's very Police Academy, and there's going to be a rope that we have to climb, which I will fail.
No,
I will
what do you? Is it physical, or is it like?
No.
Oh God!
But in my brain, that's how it's
Scaring me.
unfolding. And I've already warned her that she's going to have to hoist me up and
Yeah.
help me. We're going to have to help each other up.
I think that's gonna be awesome. I'm sure there's like a ride along component with that, and like
I'm pretty sure I read that in the
I
description.
want to do it. So I want to do it after you go.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, we're going to be the first inaugural class. So if we don't F it up too bad, there will be a second class, I can imagine.
And I will sign up for it, as I love the law. I do. I love justice. Why do you have time for that though?
I have so much time on my hands because I was in this awesome course that everybody hypes up all the time called Leadership Prince William. Have you heard of it? We all know people that have done it, but nobody really knows what it is.
Well, yeah, and my friend Andrea, like she worked there for a while, but I don't think I ever like fully like grasped exactly what it was. I mean, it sounds like, is it grooming people to like take more of a role in things?
Well, I wish I could answer that because I've been kicked out of the program. I was in the
Literally
program.
The name of the podcast.
And now I have been kicked out.
Literally the name of the podcast. We didn't
They
mean
rescinded. I even got, just as a friendly reminder, I got a hard copy in the mail, in snail mail the other day. Dear Miss Reddington, as you were aware, the application process for Leadership Prince William Signature Program includes a code of conduct that helps fulfill our mission to engage and inspire individuals, organizations, and alumni to enrich the community through collaborative leadership. In the time since you completed the application, so that would have been July 28, you have made public statements that have undermined this mission and impacted the cohesive and collaborative environment of the class. As such, the Board of Regents has rescinded your acceptance into the class of 2026. Any tuition payments, I haven't paid them. It's $3,800 freaking dollars to take this course. And I don't know. The whole experience was just bizarre to me. Like down to when I got a phone call on July 28th from Charles. You know Charles. He used to own Oakers.
I don't know him. I know there's a
I've
guy
known
named
him for
Charles who used to own
20-something
Oakers, yeah.
years. He was our neighbor.
Why does it say that they're permanently closed and their 501c is no longer valid? According to Google, for
Okras?
Leadership Prince William.
I can't imagine because they sent out they're still sending out emails. Well, I'm assuming they are. I just said that. I don't know if they are or not. I
Maybe they
could
had to
care
switch it up
less
or
what
something.
happens with them because the whole thing gives major like multi-level marketing vibes, where it's like you come in and you have to serve on the board and it's like, oh my gosh, wait till you get to the mountain and oh, you're going to come through learning so much. And people have reached out. My phone has not stopped ringing about people that have gone through this class and loved it before. They say they don't know what it is now. It's just, how like when everybody's just hyping up something so much and you're just like, you're excited. You're like, I'm going to be excited too. And what really pisses me off is Charles, who I thought was my friend, is not my friend. He called me on July 28th And he said, he called me, left a message. I called him back. It was the day I drove all the way out to Maryland to buy that Dutch door. And so I called him back and he said, hey, he goes, I want to run something by you. And I said, what's up? And he goes, you want to really piss off the mayor? You should do this program before she has a chance to do it. And I was like, yes. And I was like, of course, I was like, okay. Just because I've honestly put thought into all the things that I was contemplating doing after Piper went away to school. I'm going to be an empty nester, da-da-da-da-da. And granted, we have 9 million construction projects. But I said to him, I was like, cool, I'll sign up for it. It sounds cool.
I've heard about
a lot
it,
of people
right?
have,
Yeah.
And so I should have, my first clue should have been like, well, the deadline's tonight. Sucker. I'm a sucker. And so I even like that night I was texting with him and I was like, on the website, the deadline is different, is wrong. And he was like, don't worry, nobody's looking at anything tonight. So I think I submitted it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up all night because you have to write an essay and this and that. And then I got an email a week later that said, congratulations, everybody waits for this moment. You've been accepted into the program. And then other emails came. All of these emails came from Charles, all of them, even an email a couple of days prior to orientation. And when I got to orientation, Charles said to me, just so you know, the mayor makes opening remarks and Micron is a big sponsor of our program. And I said, noted. I mean, that's literally all I said. Went and sat down in the front row, waiting for the program to start. Orientation. I mean, it's nothing exciting. They offered Panera breakfast, but then it kind of is to amp you up for what's to come over the next 10 months. And they do an orientation trip they call it the mountain. They go up to Skyline Drive and stay at Skyland Resort. And it's kind of everybody's together for 24 hours. And so that was really just kind of an overview of what was going to happen. And the mayor showed up, but she never got up to speak. She sat in the back of the room the whole time. And then I thought it was weird that she was sitting in the back of the room watching this orientation for a program that she's not partaking in. So she sat there like a whole hour long.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe she's taking it this time.
I don't think so. She was not wearing a hello, my name is badge.
Should not need one. Everybody knows.
And then 6 days later, I get booted from the program.
Yeah.
So I did ask them what are the specific statements. My response, because all my emails came from Charles, and then my last email came from the chair of Leadership Prince William, but it was signed the Board of Regents. This is signed Executive Committee, Leadership Prince William Board of Regents. So I said, okay, thank you for the update. Please let me know what statements you're specifically referring to, and nobody will answer me. And it's very hypocritical because, you're sitting in the Chamber of Commerce office as you're listening to this orientation about this amazing 10 months you're going to have. And, I don't want to remind everybody that the Chamber of Commerce, I have all the texts that we exposed last fall. And, you're welcome to go back in past episodes and see, but not very good language was used between Chamber of Commerce members, our director of economic development, and the mayor. Those 3 people. Yet, everything's fine with them. I'm the problem.
That one guy was pretty raunchy, right?
Yeah. See you next Tuesday. So, which I must say, he's a super nice guy. Every time I see him, we hug, we talk. It's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm the problem, I guess.
Well, it just is not meant for you then.
No, and I saved money, and I have plans to disperse that. I actually talked to Meg Carroll the other day, and I'm giving a portion of it to her. I'd love to give a portion of it to GMBL. Things that matter right here, right now.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody to teach me how to be a leader because I am.
Mm-hmm. And she's also scary.
So I do have time on my hands because I almost fell for the grift, and now
Not meant for you.
Nope.
Move on from there.
Oh, I lost my notes.
And if it's something that, has helped other people in the past or fantastic. You know what I mean? If it works for someone else, great.
If it was your jam, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, in this moment in time, it is, it's very grifty. It's very questionable. I had somebody else reach out and say that Charles called them on July 28th as well, the very last day, the deadline day. And his spiel for that person was, think it's time you join our ranks. And that makes me want to barf everywhere.
Ranks.
Or join our ranks. Like it's some elite group of people. And
Yikes.
yeah, we think it's time for you to join our.
Yikes. Well, I want to tell you about a group that I didn't know existed.
I know. Either did I.
Up until recently, and that is a group that I think is only truly for the elite, and that is the Old Town Contractors. John, you can put those logos up now if you want. So I found out about a group called the Old Town Contractors. Do you know Mark Rowe?
I do not.
Because he wrote me, but we're going to go into this whole story that
love
happened
this.
to my
I love this.
neighbor.
I mean, I don't love that it happened, but I love.
That's the thing. Who loves a story? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Old Town Contractors were incorporated in May of 2023 as a 501(c) charitable organization. They work with Habitat for Humanity, both by providing materials and labor for work in their restore and for members in the community that they're serving. But they also work with the Jim Rowe Foundation for the trades, providing technical support for local high school graduates entering the trades.
Yeah, perfect.
So my neighbor is, she is someone that has been very important in Courtney and I's life for the last 2.5 years. She lives alone. She doesn't have kids besides, us. And she's not married. And so she is a sitting duck for someone to come along and be really nice to her and take advantage. And
Makes me sick.
And this is what happened. And so we're not going to spend a ton of time talking about that part just because it's the crappy part, the really sad part. But so in February, she had a leak in her roof. Courtney and I were out of town. Because generally, if anything happens, we have a couple ladies on our street and we'll just kind of talk and be like, hey, who do we call for this? Who do we call for that? So she went on Nextdoor and she found a roofing company. And she called the guy and he came out. He was super nice. And he put a tarp on a roof, as you've seen here with these sandbags. That was in February. Now, that sat like that March, April, May, and we had a lot of high winds. We had a lot of weather going on, and these sandbags were flying around, down by her windows. And then she spoke to someone else. They came out and replaced that. And in this time frame, the guy that she had given $15,000 to was not coming out and doing anything. I do think, he's claiming that they were having miscommunications and whatever. But the fact is,
it's September.
You took the
and
money,
where's her money,
and you didn't do anything.
And this is somebody we've all seen his truck in town. I'll say that.
He's around.
Yeah.
So about a month ago, ish, maybe even a little bit less, I reach out to Pat Brennan of Brennan Roofing and all the other things, and Matt Brennan, who is just great. And I was like, guys, you got to know someone. You got to help me. They said, you will call K&M Roofing. You will call Mike Jenkins right now. Here is his number directly. He is part of the Old Town Contractors. And what these guys are a group of guys that have gotten together and they meet, they give each other.
I love it. I'm now part of their Facebook group and
and they give each other leads and recommendations. They hold each other accountable, and you can't be part of it if you're someone that's going to scam.
Yeah, it's legit businesses, and these businesses are standing up for one another.
And what? So it's that's all people want is who can we trust? Okay, I will tell you. So I called Mike Jenkins from K&M Roofing. He is the nicest guy. He came out that day, got up on the roof, and there he is right there. He got up on the roof, and he came back and he got down and he said, "I'm going to go to my truck." Gave us a quote right then and there. It was a third of what this guy.
Of the stolen amount of money.
So, we say, great. He said, I'll be here next week. Shook hands, man of his word. And so then the next day he calls me and he's like, hey, so I have a guy named Brian Jones who is our, he supplies the materials. And so they donated materials from a company called Polyglass, who has done a bunch of their materials are on a bunch of different places in town. They donated higher end materials because of wanting
situation
to, because
that
of wanting
she
to be
had
kind.
found in.
Because
Oh, that
And
she had found
so-
herself in. That is amazing.
So on like Friday, I want to say maybe it was the 22nd of August. We have some other pictures and videos here. This was it before the guys came out. The cavalry arrived. Like everybody from their like office, every worker they all had their shirts on, and they jump up there and they are into it.
Yeah.
And so
that's so
in
awesome.
hours they had it done. Karen wrote something that I'm gonna read it. Because I did not mean to say her name. I did not want to do it. My neighbor wrote something because like she was beside herself. And she said that night, she goes, it just feels like this weight has been like lifted off of me. Because, imagine living alone and your skylight in your bedroom is just a blue tarp.
Yeah.
For 7 months. And you're like, how am I going to get this fixed? Who am I going to call? You're embarrassed because you're like, how am I going to tell people I've lost $15,000? But then these men come in and like, not only do they get it done quickly, they do it, they donate these higher end materials. Everyone
They found a way to save the day.
all the guys that came out that day were so kind to her. So I'm going to just read this little bit that she wrote because she really wanted to express her gratitude. Okay. K&M Roofing and Contracting, LLC. Look at Mike. He's the sweetest man. Absolutely fantastic experience. Good leadership is when you help others to do their best. This was more than just a service. It was a reminder of what excellence truly looks like. The staff radiated kindness and went above and beyond to make me feel valued and cared for. Their dedication was inspiring, and it showed in every detail. This experience has left a lasting impact on me. It's not just about what I received, but about how it made me feel. Truly grateful. Faith has been restored in humanity, and I'm ready to share this company with the world. If you're seeking something extraordinary, look no further. Trust me, K&M Roofing and Contracting is the kind of excellence that inspires you to only want the best of the best in your own life. Thank you for setting the bar so high and reminded me the beauty in thoughtful, intentional work. You've gained a lifelong customer and admirer. Keep shining and inspiring others with your brilliance. Yours truly, her name.
I love it.
Now, and then
Look at our cool town.
Yeah, so he, one of the guys that does all the office work, he had the drone out there a couple different days, and he snapped that picture.
That's so cool.
For isn't that great? We love it. So then she did write something else, quick little paragraph here. So now this is addressed to Mr. Brian Jones, president of Dynamic
Arch?
Products.com.
I think it's Dynamic Arch Products.
Architectural
Products.
Okay.
There we go. Right there.
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry. Dynamic Architectural Products.
But I love
Brian Jones.
Dear Mr. Brian Jones, President, on behalf of your support to K&M Roofing, I want to extend my deepest gratitude for your generous donation of roofing materials for my home. Your thoughtful contribution has made a meaningful impact on my mental health and security in my home. Thanks to your support, I was able to sleep during a rainstorm, not to mention how quiet it is. I only knew it was raining when I opened up the door to let my dog out for the evening for her last outing. Your equipment supported a senior woman who has been retired for 14 years and was taken advantage of. Your generosity truly reflects the spirit and compassion and community and to remind me there are still great people out there. I am so humbled with gratitude and respect for you and your company. Yours truly.
I love it. I love it so much, especially for her because I love her.
Yes, and she's fantastic. And it's like she's just one of the people that, does not deserve it, but also then deserves this.
Nope.
ABC Supply Company in Manassas is their supply warehouse. And so shout out to them as well. And so, I have spoken a lot already, but I can't say enough.
It's awesome because it could have happened to any one of us. It could have happened to any one of us, any one of our parents. Truly. I almost spent $3,800 on leadership Prince William Academy.
But if you listen to me, people, if you know someone that is making these decisions for themselves, you yourself, if you want to have someone you can rely on,
somebody you can trust.
Join the Old Town Contractors. Go find them, go talk to them.
We'll share it on our page. We'll share their page on our page.
We're going to do a big post about all of this. But thank you again to everyone that was involved in that. I cannot believe how lucky we made out
Yeah.
in the end, you know?
Well, since we're over in that neighborhood, I want to talk a little bit about, have you heard about the battery energy storage system BESS project?
yes, I have.
That appeared out of nowhere. I want everybody in town to be aware of this because the residents, okay, I'm talking right over by Nikki, right over by Seton School, kind of where that overhead picture, right directly underneath that. So all of that area, literally right behind whoever that drone, the area behind that, they want to put on this teeny tiny little like 200 by 400 square foot lot. Currently, there's like backup generators for our power system. They want to put in these rechargeable batteries that will charge during the like on the off times that we use them. Ultimately, this is the thing. These will help us and are keeping our bills down. I mean, I think our bills are going to go up no matter what, but this will help because all of our power is controlled by City of Manassas. We don't have an outside energy source like Novec or anything. It's all City of Manassas utilities. And so there is currently a generator on this small parcel of land in between a bunch of homes and the railroad tracks. And so this is, if you're familiar with Manassas, there's a 4-way stop of Prescott and Quarry, right? Prescott and Quarry roads, right down by Seton School. If you continue down like you're going to Manassas Park, yes, if you continue like you're going down to Manassas Park, you cross over Prescott, and right there's a stretch of homes. Behind that stretch of homes is a lot. Yep. So go
The other way?
Yeah, go the other way, John. No, you were almost there.
Across the street.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, down,
Right.
down, down,
Yeah,
down,
you're almost
down.
there. Keep
Almost,
going.
yeah.
Keep going.
Down, down,
Keep
down,
going.
down,
Right
down,
there.
down, down. Yeah.
That big lot right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in between a bunch of residences, a school, a nursing home, and then the railroad tracks. And they want to put in these batteries that they're having a hard time figuring out where they can properly place them on this teeny tiny lot because the current setback is only like 25 feet because it hasn't been adjusted for the, I mean, nobody knew that we would be storing big, huge batteries in the year 2025.
What are all those cars on that?
That's
tennis?
Loyal. That's
the old racket club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the old racket club. But
Racquetball, or if you took jazzercise in the 80s, that's where you'd go.
why are there those
Or
cars?
taekwondo.
That's weird.
I don't know what all those cars are, but that's not the property. The property is the one, yes. And what's crazy is there was a fire there just like 2 weeks ago. Did you ever see that video? There was a fire, and damn if the fire truck, the Manassas Park had to come. The fire truck could not. Can you stop moving? You're making me nauseous.
Jesus, not to put too fine a point on it. Jesus Christ.
The fire trucks could not get in the damn property. Somebody had to, the fire trucks could not, they couldn't get the gate open. So somebody from within the property had to get in their truck and drive it towards the gate so the fire truck could get in. So before we discuss anything else, I want to make sure that we're all going to be cognizant of this issue that's already on the table. Back to the battery energy storage systems. There was, in January of 2025, there was a huge fire out in California, the Moss Landing fire. And these particular batteries, you can't put them out with water,
Right.
or you can't put them out with foam. They need to burn out on their own.
Lithium-ion batteries.
Yes, thank you. And so what's super frustrating about this whole situation is there was never a discussion with any of the citizens that live directly next to the lot, but even, the ones all around, we all live, we're all within this evacuation radius.
Yeah.
I meant to give this to you, John, sorry.
Evacuation.
Evacuation zone.
Y'all hear that word?
Yeah, and it didn't, even with the Moss Landing, it's not like it was like explosions, but this is also something that hasn't been around long enough for us to know the long-term effects. And Aaron Brockovich is actually working on a case right now. This is the evacuation zone.
There you go.
There we go. And so these are all the people that would have to leave and find somewhere to go for a day or a couple of days as long as these batteries burned out. I don't understand why they have to put it on this little itty bitty. Why are they squeezing it right there on that lot? Can't they put it anywhere else?
Yeah, this is one of those questions that, like, who do we ask?
Who's in charge
and who's
to
gonna
ask
answer
this?
it? So if there's a great answer,
Yeah.
if there's a fantastic answer, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If there's a fantastic answer as to, like, well, this was why, then, like, let me hear it.
Yeah.
You know, but in
What's
the
the
meantime,
benefit?
we're just gonna, like, assume
People
that
are
this
worried
is,
that they're going to
yeah.
have to move. They're worried about noise. They're worried about, whatever chemicals it might emit.
Oh, there's a bed and breakfast right
There's
there.
a bed and breakfast right there that
been
has been
open forever.
How long? Like 30-something years?
like 130 years.
They're
and
worried
like,
that they're going to have to close.
yeah,
It's absolutely
because
ridiculous.
of the noise and all that.
Could it be because you said that it's not Novak?
It's not Novak.
So could it be that if they put it somewhere further out, they're going to have to run lines to get
Well,
that power to that place?
So
and maybe
my
financially?
thought process is, and I was actually having a conversation with somebody about it today. The assumption is they want it kind of near the power grid, or like, where they wouldn't have to install.
Yeah, near the homes or whatever that's going to be using it.
Yeah. And so why can't they put it out by the data centers? Like Manassas still has a shit ton of property out there that's not, we have property behind Church of the Brethren, over by the animal shelter. There has to be some other place that you can put this, to put it where it is. That I would like to find out who is in charge of all of these things, because, they keep wanting us to go to these they're not town halls, citizen input meetings, because they want to put affordable housing. They want to put affordable housing in like all over the town. Well, first tell me what affordable housing means, because affordable housing to me might mean something different than affordable housing to you, than to John, to the guy that was, walking down the street a minute ago. So I want like an expert. I want an expert on these things, not just, city council. And I want the experts to come in on affordable housing, on transportation, on our road systems, on all this mixed use retail, residential that they want to put in. Start putting money into somebody who can say, okay, this is how we can do it. This is how it's going to benefit people. This is how it's going to make money for the city. Like, I think we're all just running around with our thumbs up our ass saying, oh, I think that's a good idea.
My
it.
thumbs are here. I'm good. But I think this is one of the things about this podcast that I like. 'Cause I hate everything else. No, but like, this is one of the things that I have felt like has been beneficial, because it's almost like when someone really loud, like, kind of comes out and is like, I have a question. Yeah. A lot of times it's been answered, and nobody's trying to like hurt anything or ruin anything. It's just like, there's just answers.
I want there to be a conversation, and I know I come off a little, but I love to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very curious as to the whole thought process behind the $6 million parking lot.
Yeah.
Because what are they going to do? They have given that $6 million parking lot, they've given a gift to all of the stores and all of the restaurants with this influx of people who can very easily pull onto the lot, park the car, and go to a restaurant. And one day, that might be gone, because we put $6 million so far into that piece of property. So are we going to recoup that? Are we going to write it off as a loss and keep it as a parking lot? Like, what? No developer's going to come. No developer's driving through and looking at that sign going, ooh, honey, look at that.
Right.
We've been wondering where to put our money.
Like, is Jonathan Hilton like driving through Manassas and going like, oh, well, I didn't know about this.
Yeah,
but
oh
now
my
that
God, duh. Why didn't I think of Manassas?
Courtney's personal property tax was $1,400.
It's a lot.
It was $1,400, and it's like, we want to live in the city of Manassas, so we're gonna bend over and pay it.
Yeah, and take it.
You know what I mean? But like, who? Again, why I like the podcast. Who can tell me why? And her car was not
That would be the commissioner of revenue.
that Dion. But
Which we couldn't find his sign. I
I
don't know
know,
where
Dion,
it is.
we love you.
We're sorry.
So I was literally talking about Labubu's the other day, just so you know. He knows. Listen, he knows
Dion
about
knows what
investments.
Labubu is?
and he knows about investments. Okay. So, but what I'm saying is that like, why? I mean, it's not. I mean, this is not a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? And she paid taxes on it, already. And then,
Already,
and I
which
get
bought
it.
it.
Like we live, and then we pay our taxes. But like,
And a $25 sticker fee for no sticker.
Why is it that much money?
Yeah.
Like, why is my 10-year-old car $550?
Yeah.
But
And
I'm gonna bend over because I want to live here.
And where are our taxes going?
To the parking lot.
To buying more property.
John, what were you gonna say?
I think I was just doing a quick thing on that battery station. So I guess because Manassas runs their own electricity or their own substations, you break it down to neighborhoods. They're not able to run, if one of those stations goes down, they're not able to provide power to the rest of them. And so I guess this battery station is putting it in a location that if, I guess when this happened or something got struck by lightning in 2023, it looks like, that this is going to be able to keep the grid online for that area if that was to happen again. So I think that's why they picked that area. Now, whether there's a data center nearby that would be sufficient, I don't know, but that's...
Yeah, there's no data center. No, you have to go out to like Glengarry Brick and
I think like
out there.
over by Battery Heights is like a substation.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the one that has all the issues, right?
Correct.
Like it's just had some problems. And this is just like a hop, skip, and a jump from over by Battery
it's over
Heights.
the
So maybe
railroad
that's why.
tracks.
It's just so scary.
Yeah, and it's...
But those batteries are the same ones that are in your phones that you can't put out with water. Same thing. They're in Teslas. You can't put them out with water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no, you can't put them out with water. You can't. They're like self-suppressing, so
Yeah.
they just have to burn out.
What is Christina saying? If Culpeper goes down, then this one kicks in.
I It's not. It's on a long grid. Just
Can you scroll on that, John, so I can see what Lynn said? Historic homes, yeah. That are like kindling. No? Dang. Lynn, I can't see what you said. The last thing about city council is ultimately in charge. I can't see below that. I can't see what it says.
Well, City Council has a meeting tomorrow.
5:30.
And it's very important that we all show up, tune in, write in, whatever, because there's lots of hot topics. We have BESS, battery energy storage system. We have, and then remember when they all wanted to march in and double their salaries? Or I say they all, for the most part, everybody was like, no, I don't want any part of that. But then some wanted it. And so our city council and our mayor are trying to double their yearly salaries. And how do you feel about that?
I mean, double is a lot. I feel like because it's that if they double it, then then the city council members would be making, I would not say a livable wage in this area, but like more than I would say like the median of people that make in this area on like their full-time jobs.
If they were to double
like a
it,
lot.
I would want it to be like ramped. I would want it to be, okay, well, this year, you get a certain amount this year, and then eventually we can get it to this amount. But at the same time, I think it's a little excessive as well because it's a volunteer position and it's an elected position. It's part-time. If you're putting in more time than, and part-time, who knows what that really means. But if you're putting in like an excessive amount of time where it warrants you to get a $40,000 paycheck a year, then I think needs to be some questions regarding, what the roles are of
Oh, Christ on his cross. Kevin Schaefer wants to call in and talk about it.
Kevin!
Oh, of course he does. Okay, that's
Kevin misses Manassas.
Yeah, I bet he
know
does.
he does.
No, that sounds good to me. But just to put it like a pin in this, like I think of course like they should absolutely like the cost of living like make a little bit more absolutely,
But to double.
I want more like access. Not just like city council meetings. Like I would like that. I mean, I know you can email them. We can put all their emails up. I know that you can email them and like chat with them, but I would want to see more like time. Like, okay, hey, I'm going to be at what's the name of that place that it's on the corner and they always do like that's a little office place and it's across from Millie's and the man cave and like you can like rent Centrifuge. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm John Council guy and I'm gonna be at Centrifuge like this day from this time to this time. I don't know if that's something that they do, but like
accessibility.
Yeah, so
I
you're
get
gonna be
that.
making so much more than like give me the citizen a little bit more of your time. You know what I mean? That we can actually like chat and I want to like know face to face.
Yeah, I do know that Tom Osina, he's been walking around knocking on doors with Jill Spall and doing his community talks, community walks, things like that, which
More
I
of
very
that.
much appreciate.
More of that.
Tom
Yeah.
Osina was the only one that responded with my cannons post. He didn't respond specifically, but he responded with a video of the cannons now placed at Cannon Branch Fort, all the way over there.
Where is
I
that?
don't know. I think it's over by the airport. I think it's over by the old DMV.
Kevin's on the line.
Oh,
Yeah,
patch him in.
Kevy Kev. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, ladies, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I can imagine how tan he
All right,
is.
so let's back up a little bit. So,
Are you on rollerblades right now?
I wish. I wish. I'm actually out by the pool. Does that hurt your
You
feelings?
son of a
Yes,
bitch.
shut up.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so let's back up a little bit. First of all, Lynn is absolutely right on all of the stuff that she's been posting. Normally, because Lynn is normally right on all of her stuff.
'Cause Lynn is
but
awesome.
That's true. So let's back up to the access to the Church Street generator plant. That is a situation that has been ongoing for a long time, but we don't have any problem in the fire service getting into that. It's when we have units that come from other jurisdictions that just don't know the code. Whoever was working that day, that was when the fire came in that Simone was talking about, you did not need to drive your truck over there. That seems like somebody was lazy, didn't want to drive to the gate. There is a button on the inside that you can just open the gate. So let's not get crazy.
Isn't
And if
that
the guys
wild?
from Manassas do what?
I said that's just so wild.
Yeah.
No, it is. I mean, but
But it was
listen,
somebody from
they
Manassas Park that answered the call, right?
correct. That's
Yeah.
because probably the city of Manassas is on another call. Most people just don't realize how busy we are. So they were probably out. Manassas Park had to come over, or like Simone, you had to battle the other day on the 4th of July. The situation could have been that our engine wasn't staffed.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Yeah.
Manassas Park may have had to come for that. I don't know the situation on that day. It was probably seriously because we were on another call and Manassas Park had to come over, especially if it was a storm. Anyway, they got the gate open. They'll go in there. When it comes to the batteries, I'm just backing up and I'm backtracking. I know because you guys were on the parking lot and all that other stuff. But when it comes to the batteries and the protection of the area and making sure that everybody is evacuated out of to that area, we as the fire department, whether or not, first of all fires go out. It's just about afterwards the smoke in the situation. We as the fire department would contain the fire. We would make sure that nothing around that area would ever catch on fire. We would definitely, all the trees, the cars, the car lot that you see is an overflow lot for one of the car dealerships. So
That's what
everything
it's
that you,
overflow.
yeah. So you would see the fire department spraying water, but maybe not putting it directly on contact onto the battery. It just depends on how big the battery fire is, whether or not we could smother it or do whatever. If you put enough water on something, it's going to go out. Okay, it doesn't matter. You put enough of it on there, it's going to go out. It just depends on how smart we are that day and how big the fire is that day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the other things going on, when we start talking about where could that have gone, it most definitely could have gone some other places. But when you ask whose decision that is, it ultimately comes down to the city manager, like Lynn was saying, or the public works director. They do a bunch of research on that and try to figure out and understand where the best spot for those batteries is and where our lack of power would be coming from in a power outage. Some of they upgraded all the power out towards the data centers that are out towards the Glengarry area and the Godwin area. So they probably just needed to upgrade the power in that area. And this for them was probably either the cheapest or the safest that they were under the impression, which was better than the diesel generators that are currently there now.
But my assumption is the diesel generators will stay in addition
Yeah, and they could. They
in
might.
addition to
And
the
like I
battery.
said, I mean, I'm just trying to catch you guys up on some of the questions that you had
Yeah.
because I haven't been there for such a long time that I'm not
Why don't you
sure
just come
because
back?
I'm. All right, well, you know what? we'll see what's happening here. So But it's tough to leave this boat in this pool in this 80-degree weather
Yeah,
in
shut
January.
up about it.
I know. I'm sorry. So, but some of those questions that you had, I just wanted to clear up for your listeners and to make sure that they were good. As far as the parking lot goes, and some of those other things, and some of the ding dong things that we're doing with our money, especially the personal property tax, I feel for you because I just got mine, Nikki. That I haven't been there in a year, and I'm still paying $500 on my 8-year-old Jeep. So, yeah, I'm going to still pay taxes to the city of Manassas and haven't lived there in 9 months. So
we miss you,
Commissioner of Revenue.
We miss you.
Yep, I'm going to help you guys with that parking lot. I'll contribute to the $6 million parking lot. So I just wanted to make sure that I did my part. But anyway, you guys are doing great. I just wanted to clear it all up. You guys have a good show.
Thank you, Kevin.
Love you.
I love that.
Guys, bye.
Bye. I love clears up some.
2 important things happened during that phone call. 1, I killed that fucking fly.
Thank God.
Whatever. And Jane Jones, who I love. She's one of my most favorite people, one of my favorite neighbors. Yeah, there was somebody wants to know if she's interested in having a sugar daddy.
Is that like a bot?
I don't know. I don't know who Aiden Brooks is. I'm flattered that we have a bot.
Yeah.
But
and Jane's like, I already have a great husband.
Sorry,
like,
she's taken, Aiden. She's taken.
Weird. I'm like, has like a spam and stuff has like finally found us. Like,
I know.
You know what I mean? Very exciting.
I find like we're relevant enough for bots and spams and disclaimers, which we didn't have a disclaimer this time. So let me see. I think we covered most stuff. Did you see my post about the cannons? I'd like to have the cannons back. We talked about that.
Well,
Tom Osina made a post that they're out at Cannon Branch.
Which is out by the airport. Yeah. And I had never heard about it until today.
I've been called racist and everything else under the sun for wanting these stupid cannons back. But I do. I want them back. They were out in front of the Manassas Museum for 9 million years. I have kids in front of them. When we had people visiting, they would take a picture standing next to them. I just would love for people who come to Old Town Manassas to have like a full experience right here. If they can't make it out to the battlefields across Sudley, or down Sudley, I should say, or if they can't make it, they can at least get a full experience between the museum, the train station, and what is around. And I just thought that the cannons were, I thought they were great. Apparently it's racist for wanting them. Even though we were a weapons depot, like trains brought in cannons and guns and all of the things that they needed during the Civil War. Like there were cannons present in that area. So as far as historical context goes, there you go.
Well, I just feel like they were just always there. And like that's people come to the town because
apparently they were being vandalized. I think that's a bunch of, I think that's
well, I know. I mean, a lot of people will come here because they want to know about the war.
The Civil War. It's our history.
That's what they're, seeking out to learn more about. You know what I mean?
So that was what was, and maybe that's what got me out of leadership, Prince William cannons or cannon sensitive. We have exciting news here at the Salisbury Center.
What is it?
We have a new restaurant.
Squeak
and Company.
Squeak and Co. Bar and Social.
Yeah.
So, Squeak was a nickname in the Salisbury family. It was like I won't say who to who, but it was James, the father. He had a nickname for it, and I love how they incorporate all the family stuff into it.
Yeah.
So what they've decided to do is during the week, Monday to Friday, open up from about 10:30 to about 6:30 for right now, just to kind of like get, have people come in for a lunch and see how you like the food. He said they have those accordion fries and that like what they're the spiral. Yeah.
I can't, that makes the roof of my mouth hurt.
For
eventually,
now,
I'll get there.
A lot of handhelds. They have gravy stuffed biscuits.
That sounds absolutely
right. But so right now they're open.
Good.
They're going to be open Thursdays for football, Thursday evening for football, and then on Friday and Saturday when there's Friday and Saturday events, they will be open during that as well. So you can come in now just during the day and have lunch. If you just want to mix it up and just try something completely new, they have all of the stuff looks amazing.
And just based off of their tater tots in the past. I can only imagine the things
Yeah.
that they could create in that kitchen.
And then,
I want some French silk pie right now,
Right.
at this very moment in time.
so then we have this dinner and a show promotion. Go ahead.
Dinner and drinks for two, $30. So basically, if you get tickets to any show, you can get a package for you and another person. Enjoy 2 items from undercard or main event. And just to give you an idea of what that is, undercard is loaded accordion fries, pasta salad, house-made chili bowl. Main event has steak and cheese stick, cowboy crash burger, Smashville hot chicken, cheese quesadilla, nacho supreme. So just fun food, 2 of those and 2 drinks valued under $10 each for $30. So that's a cool little program.
It's like Southern comfort food.
Yeah.
Down home, easy,
I can't read. Lunch pail. What's a lunch pail?
These are the
those sandwiches?
sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it all looks really, really good.
The landscaper, the coal miner, the carpenter, the mechanic. Oh my gosh, I love
mac
those
and
names.
cheese cone.
Yeah.
Like I just want to funnel the mac and cheese into
Yeah.
my mouth. Yeah.
Just come here and pig out.
Yeah. And so open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 6. Megan and I are having lunch tomorrow. Maybe we'll come over here.
Oh, that's
Might be a
exciting.
good plan.
And then another place to check out today, especially, and I didn't get over there, but has anybody been to Sinistral, the Puccio's pizza truck at Sinistral? It's probably some of the best pizza in town. No offense, Benny's. It's different. It's like that coal-fired pizza. I don't know how to describe it. It's absolutely delicious, and everybody was in a panic because we thought we had heard Puccio's owners had sold and were moving. Well, Blaine and Stacy's son Gray has taken over the food truck, and I love it because right out the gate he's been like, okay, let's shake things up. And last week he had like a chop sub and like a beef like au jus type sub, and then garlic knots, which I'm all about.
Yeah.
Please keep garlic knots around. Like I like that.
Yeah.
I like a snacky dip thing when I'm out in public versus my face. But then today he did an ode to El Taco.
Oh yeah, the
Taco burger.
I see
which
people,
I can only
people
imagine
talk about that on Facebook all the time. Like
I know,
it
because
was-
I didn't like El Taco. I didn't
Yeah.
love El Taco. El Taco was good because you could go there and get like 8 soft tacos and a drink for like $2.
Jesus.
It was like dirt cheap.
Yeah. Well, it was also
And you could
1985.
You could
like,
eat like 1 taco in like 2 bites. They were really, really small, and they were steamed, which made them good. This just is like the burger meat on a bun, and the whole thing is steamed, and it looked really. And it came with the little sauce cups that are very El Taco nostalgic. So I haven't been able to go over there, but between that and the pinball. Like the whole pinball setup is amazing. We were over there last, I don't know what day, and the whole pinball lounge was full. Like it just seems that I love pinball. That's probably one of the only things that I was ever good at as a kid. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's great. Like just the way that whole thing is just like coming together, you know.
It's such a cute destination. You
Absolutely.
have everything: food, pinball, bands, awesome bands. Sinistral books some of the best bands, and then of course they have their programs on Tuesday nights with Blaine. That's where we were up there on Tuesday night. Tuesday nights with Blaine. They have Hot Jam on Thursdays. Trivia. I mean, they between there and Hog Shack. We've been going to Hog Shack like a ridiculous amount lately. I am obsessed with their fried okra. I love, love, love their fried okra. And their chopped brisket is good. Mitch loves their fried catfish. And Teresa works up there. If you all remember Teresa from The Bone, she's over at Hog Shack now, and I love and adore her. But
You heard it here first. Mitch Reddington, loving catfish, loves fried catfish. You heard it here first.
he goes up there and gets fried catfish and Blanton's. They have Blanton's.
What is that?
It's a bourbon. It's the bourbon with the little horse guy on the top that
Horse
you can never
guy.
find.
You heard it here first.
Mitch loves that.
Mitch Reddington loves fried catfish.
And then I do have a really quick update because I brought it up the last show about George Mason University, and there was like at the time I said 13, it ended up being 16 special needs individuals were let go, and it was a whole big thing. Well, good news. George Mason University and Chartwell's has welcomed all of those individuals back. They're working on their contracts, and I don't know all the specifics, but I know that these are very happy individuals and their families are very happy, and everything is back in order. So congratulations to them.
That's fantastic. Thank you, George Mason or
Yeah,
whoever.
Chartwell's, George Mason, whomever.
Mac and cheese cones for everyone. Like, oh my God. Well,
I think that's it.
Well, we are going to be collectively, together and separately, very busy over the next month, 2 months. So if you don't we don't know when we're gonna be able to get back in here necessarily. So it could be in 2 weeks, it could be in 3. But if you don't see us or
We have a
hear
lot
anything,
of stuff going on. College visits, and then we have the big thing is we have country call. We're going to country calling in Ocean City, October 3rd.
I know Brooks and Dunn will be there. Courtney's beside herself.
I can't even stand myself.
But so we have all these fun things that we're doing. So if you don't see us, we will.
We're having fun without you.
I mean, yeah. And please contact us, talk to us. But that's the thing. It's no, we haven't gone anywhere, nothing like that. But if we do get crazy busy, we just want you to know we miss you. Yeah, and we'll be back. And we love John from JJ Entertainment.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's our sponsor.
JJ Entertainment is the bomb.
And he's exhausted as well.
Yeah, he's
and the
like,
fact that
"Just
he
shut up."
drove all the way in here today to do this for us, we're so grateful. We love you so much. So, anything you want to say to us, John?
Time to go home. Get out. I'm ready. You're kicked out.
Kick
See ya.
us out. Bye.